Hello again YouTubers, this is Jonathan Nasir, back to your screens. And so we've come to the end of my Thomas Story Library. What book I'm reading, you wonder? Well, I'm going to be reading to My Thomas Story Library, The Spring Surprise. Hope you'll enjoy it. The Spring Surprise. This is a story about an important spring day when lambs were born on Farmer McColl's farm. Thomas was sent to collect hay to keep the lambs warm, but he needed to hurry. In the springtime, one of Thomas's favourite places on the island of Sodor was Farmer McColl's sheep field. He liked to see the sheep's smiling faces and to hear them call out when he passed. "Baa! Baa!" the sheep would say, and "Peep, peep!" Thomas would whistle back. Thomas visited the field as often as he could. One day, Thomas was passing the field when Farmer McColl waved to him. Thomas puffed to a stop. "Hello, Thomas," said Farmer McColl. "I'm glad you're here. I have some very special news. Some lambs are going to be born today." Thomas was excited at the happy news. "I can't wait to meet them," he peeped. Newborn lambs must have soft hair," Farmer McColl told him. "Can you go to the old barn at Marin to collect some?" "Right away," Thomas smiled, and he quickly chuffed away with his empty truck behind him. On his way to Marin, Thomas thought about the lambs. "They will like the hay," he puffed cheerfully, "but I wonder if there's anything else they would like." As Thomas passed the bakery, he saw Percy waiting as his trucks were loaded with freshly baked bread. Thomas stopped to tell him about the lambs. "How exciting!" peeped Percy. "I wish I could see the lambs, but I must deliver this bread." An idea flew into Thomas's funnel. Maybe the lambs would like some bread," he puffed. "May I have some?" Percy agreed, and his crew quickly loaded a few trays of bread onto Thomas's truck. As Thomas steamed away, he was very pleased. "I wonder what else the lambs might like," Thomas wondered. Soon he saw James at the garden centre and told him about the lambs. "I'd like to see them," chuffed James, "but I have to deliver these flowers to the hospital." Thomas was sure the lambs would enjoy the colourful spring flowers too. "May I have some for the lambs?" he asked, and James agreed. Before long, Thomas was nearly at Marin. As he approached the junction, he saw Charlie waiting at a signal. "Hello, Charlie," puffed Thomas. "I'm going to meet some newborn lambs today." "That sounds like fun," chuffed Charlie. I have to deliver cheese from the dairy." Perhaps the lambs would like some cheese," said Thomas. "May I have some?" Charlie agreed, and they went to the dairy, where the cheese was loaded onto Thomas's truck. Thomas hurried on to the old barn. A farm worker was waiting for him, along with stacks of hay bales. He looked behind Thomas. "Your truck is full," he said. "There's no room for the hay." "Fizzling fireboxes. I didn't think about that," Thomas worried. "I hope the lambs will like bread, cheese and flowers instead of hay." When Thomas returned to the farm, Farmer McColl was surprised that there was no hay in the truck. "I thought the lambs would like these things more than hay," Thomas explained. "No, Thomas!" Farmer McColl looked cross. "The lambs must have hay to keep them warm, and they will be born before the sun goes down." Thomas felt very silly. "I'm sorry, sir," he wheezed. "I will leave these things here and collect the hay straight away." Thomas steamed back to Marin, saying over and over, "I must get the hay. There can be no delay. The lambs will be born by the end of the day." As he passed the water tower, Percy saw him and asked after the lambs. "I'm sorry, Percy, I've no time to talk," Thomas answered as he whooshed by. He saw James at a junction, then Charlie at a station. They wanted him to stop, but Thomas had to hurry on for the lambs. It was getting late by the time Thomas arrived at the old barn. "Hello again," Thomas puffed to the farm worker. "Now I have plenty of room for the lamb's hay. Please will you load it on quickly? I must hurry or the lambs will be cold," he added. "Of course I will. Of course I will, Thomas," the man smiled. Once loaded up, Thomas headed back to Farmer McColl's farm. He was tired and thirsty, but he couldn't stop to rest or drink. The lambs would be born soon. Thomas steamed so quickly his axles ached. "I must go fast, without delay. The lambs must have hay by the end of the day," he wished. At last, Thomas reached the farm. Was he too late? "You're just in time," Farmer McColl said, running up with a smile. "I need that soft hay right away. The lambs have just been born." The farmer brought the hay to the barn and opened the doors. Thomas was delighted to see the mother and her little lambs. The next day, Thomas took some school children to visit the farm. He saw the little lambs snuggled up together in the warm hay. Farmer McColl laid out the bread, cheese and flowers that Thomas had brought the day before, and the children enjoyed a splendid spring picnic. "I have a surprise for you, Thomas," smiled Farmer McColl. "I named this lamb Thomas, after you." "Peep, peep," Thomas whistled happily, and the lamb answered, "Bah, bah." And that's it. And I would like to say thank you all so much for watching me read the My Thomas Story Library books. It's been great fun and I really enjoyed it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you later. Until next time, please leave a like on this video and don't forget to subscribe for more. Until next time, bye!